Hi guys, thanks for joining me at Bunny Hollow Crafts. I have the tutorial ready for the trifold. Let's get into it. I'm going to start working on the trifold. First thing you're going to need is 2 pieces of 110-pound weight cardstock. You can use any color you like, but the heavy weight is recommended because we're not going to put any chipboard in the album. So put it in there on the 11-inch side, score it at 5 and at 6. I usually go over it twice because it's heavy weight and this just helps you get a better fold. Be helpful to stay in the line. There we go. So do that to both pieces. This is really so quick and easy. Very simple to put together. And I like it for that, and I also really like it for those one-day holidays. I mean, that's just simple and fun place to keep your memories. Okay, so fold and burnish both of that. That will give us the 1-inch spine. So fold both. Should use my little thing, but it's okay. All right, so we're gonna. That's the beginning of the trifold. All right, let's put it together. The way I like to do it, I like this opening to the right, and I want this inside area here. You know, you decide how wide you want it. I want it about 6 inches. I find that's just a good feel in your hands. So I'm going to put my ruler at where the bending, where this bends, and try to get them lined up. I want this to be 6 inches in width, right? So I'm going to pull this piece out until the bending line, which is right here, is at 6 inches. Okay? Somewhere close in that. Make sure you're kind of top and bottom square. And then I'm going to take my pencil, which is right here, and I'm going to draw a line. Okay? So now I'm going to grab my glue and we'll attach these two. Put your glue on the side from the line out. You want to cover all that. And if your line, you don't need to erase it. It's going to be covered with paper, designer paper, so you'll never see it. So don't worry about that. So just cover it good with glue. You could use tape. You could use scrapbook tape. You could use tape runner, anything. All right, I'm going to turn it like that. It's just easier to line up. I'm going to bring in my other piece and kind of put it at that line. Try to get it top and bottom square. Kind of push them together like that. And then just burnish it down. Spread the glue out. And it's just that simple. And now you can close it like that, or you could close it like this, whatever you prefer. Okay, let's add some magnets. I'm going to use the big ones. These are the basic gray magnets. I'm going to take 2 out. Very hard to get out of here. Okay, those go together, and that one and that. Okay. Pull them apart. We're going to remove the little paper off of the adhesive. The little tool makes it very easy. Okay, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to come down about 1.5 inches, somewhere in, and just put it down. Okay, easy as that. And then take the other magnet. I think that's the right one. Nope, it's the other one. It's this one. Okay, that one's stuck to the top. Come off of there. Magnets are fun, they really are. So take the adhesive off of the next one. Place it down. Why is there still one on top of there? Crazy. Okay, because that goes there and then this goes here. I'm the one that's crazy. It's Mother's Day. I figured I'd take this time to recreate this because it was easier than editing all the video clips that I did for that little trifold. Oh my goodness. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Mother's Day. All right, the thing to do here, now that your adhesive is exposed, set it up, feel the square, get it straight. You want, the sides can get kind of wonky like that. See, you want to get it straight. Do not stick there. Get it square, and when you're comfortable with it, just push in, push down. Okay, they're going to be very tight, and that's a good thing because you're going to be covering this with cardstock and designer paper. But that is the basis of the trifold. I'm going to add one flap in the back of the trifold. So to do that, I'm going to use a piece of 4.5 by 8.5. I just turned, this is the 8.5 length, and I just cut 4.5 inches. I'm going to score 1/2 inch here for our flap. That's at 8, I know, but it's just 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to go back 1/4 inch for a little gusset. Maybe I'm going to go to 1 tick past 1/4 just to give it a little extra space. Because once they add pictures, this is to cover the waterfall, and it grows in bulk. So that gives them a little gusset. So when it grows, it's covered. Okay? So here's our trifold. This is going to go right here. So I'm going to grab my glue. I'm going to fold it flat. It's just easier, you see, to put it on here. I'm going to bring it up near the top. Actually, I'm going to go all the way up the top. Okay, kind of centered in there, and just press it down. And when you bend it back up, your waterfall will be under there. Okay? So beyond that, my next step would be to cover it all covered mine with gray cardstock before I started decorating it. And I put a couple pockets, so we'll make a pocket. I'll show you how I did that. Our pocket is going to be 6 this way, 4 this way. You're going to fold or score 1/2 inch, right, on all 3 sides. And in my video, I had die cut the top edge. So I'm going to do that real quick. I have this cute little, I don't know, it's a dotted scallop. It's so cute. So I'm going to run that through my die cutter and go ahead and do that. I try to line mine up, I don't know if you can see it, where that you're not ending on a, you know, if you're ending in the valley instead of the mountain, or half a mountain. That's how I think about it. So I just scoot it up to the edge. I think that's pretty centered. And then I secure it with some tape. It's just a well-worn washi that has been used many times. This one, that's 2 pieces. They're nice and even. Eyeball it. Okay, I'm gonna run that through. That away. And it's still attached, right? Because it didn't go all the way in, but this is our folded edge. All right? So that's going to be very cute. So I'm just going to clip that. And there you go. Okay, once I cover this with gray cardstock, then I'll put glue on these flaps and put it right here. But for now, I'm just gonna do my paper clip trick and paper clip it in so that I remember that's what I want to do there. The other thing I did in the album was put in 2 flaps on top of the album. Let me move that. Okay, so this one is 6 inches by 8.5 long. So I'm gonna write that on there. And then this one is 5.5 wide, also by 8.5 long, right? So 5.5 this way. Okay, and then before I put them in the video, or when I shot the original video that I am not using, I cut them with a border punch, and I did it, I'd already put the pages in the book. That's kind of the way I work. I just do and don't plan. But I really liked that, and so I'm going to do it that way again just to show you how you do it. So there's your 2 pages scored and burnished, and you have this little extra 1/2 inch. So let me grab my border punch. I think I used this one. So let's just do it. I just started somewhere in the middle. Putting it flat on the table was a big thing. I had tried to do it in the air. That does not work so good. You want to bring this down to where there's silver, the silver on here. You want to put this, you want to cover the silver area. And that way you know you're lined up. Okay, and just punch. Slide it on down again. You go 2 over. And then punch. That should, yeah. And see, I didn't get it quite right, but that's okay. Just pull it apart. So now we're going to go back down on this end and line up right there. I'm afraid I may have a gap. Let's see. No, I'll take it. Okay, and then one more. Okay, and again, pull that apart. All right, let me clean that up. All right, so do that to this page as well, and then we'll put them in the book. All right, I'm gonna take my glue and just glue these in there, and then we'll be done. I want to apologize, I was not wearing my microphone when we were building the pocket, and it's a busy morning. We're getting ready to leave here and head back to Texas tomorrow. So, and we threw a big party last night. It's just been busy, but so fun. The party went well. It was the first post-COVID party there was a big golf tournament, and we had all the golfers and their wives out here. It was so fun. So fun, and I actually did play the piano. I was stunned. My heart did hammer, but not as bad as it did the last time. So I'll take that as progress. And no, I did not hit every note. Matter of fact, I hit some sour ones, but you know what? What I found out, the older I get, is it really doesn't matter. So you want your smaller one on top. Okay, just line them up and push them down. So there we are. That is pretty much the trifold. I think I did put a pocket on this side, if you can see. One of these. What is it stuck to? Oh, stuck to the magnet. Yeah, that went right there. So it looks like it would be a little wide for this one because I cut this paper a little bit shorter than I did, but just adjust your width. And I did put a pocket right there. You could put it here, you could put it wherever. I'll do a waterfall real quickly and we'll put it right there. And that will be about everything I did in this album. I'm starting by cutting my 8.5 11, and this is lightweight at 4 1/4. And you can get 2 out of this. And yes, we're gonna have some waste down here, but I just want to show you my process of getting there so that you can do these on your own. If I can help you with that, just how to get started on and do things the way you want to do it. So now I have 4. Let me bring this back in because we're going to have to score these a 1/2 inch flap, right? Just slide that over. So score tool. I might can get 2 out of the length. I don't know yet. That's how I roll. So I'm going to take a 1/2 inch away from the 8.5. fold it. And I want these about, after it's folded, I want it four and a half. Well, if we did 4, you still couldn't get another one. So let's do 4 and a half. Okay, scrap bin. All right, so I'm gonna score mine first because it's just easier for me to cut if I know exactly where that point is, if that makes sense to you. Okay, done with the scoreboard, that can go away. All right, let's fold and burnish all of these. Okay, so there we are. And this is a good reason to write down the size on this one, right? Because I don't remember how big it was. So back comes the scoreboard. I'm gonna measure it. From the folded edge, we cut it at 4 and a half. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Pencil, 4 and a half long. Okay, now we'll cut the rest of them, put those in the scrap bin, and we'll build the waterfall. Four and a half. Okay, scrap bin, folded edge at 4 and a half. Just the way my mind works. There's all kinds of ways to do these things. All right, there's our 4 pieces. You want to make sure they're pretty square, and they seem to be. I made them a little extra wide because, as I do, I will probably be crooked. Maybe I'm too persnickety, but I'll probably trim both sides with my ruler and my, it's just a habit, I think. But to me, it's just prettier if it's crisp and clean. So we need to build a base. Would that be, we could use one of those scraps. Could we get 4 on there? Yeah. So just use one of those scrap pieces. Okay. It's right here. And we'll start putting glue and we'll build the waterfall. So it's nice to have the base because you can try your best to line up on the sides, and I do. I think it's not that I'm not lined up. I think it's that sometimes I cut a little crooked. You think you're straight, you know, and eyes are persnickety. I have a feeling I'm already going crooked, but it doesn't matter. It's very hard to get it perfect. I watch a lot of YouTubers do it, and it's just like, it's so easy. Well, it is, but nobody's perfect. And when you can trim it with your little ruler and make it that way, you don't have to sweat about it so much. I like to make sure it's really pretty in here because I can trim the sides. I can't fix this if I've got this wonky, right? So push that down. So 1 more, 2 more actually. Yep, that party last night was a rip-roaring success. 60 people at our house. Huge golf tournament, member. And yeah, had a good time. Okay, I can already tell that one's, see, it's crooked, but I don't care. This is what I've learned in my time as a crafter. Okay, so some people, you might think that's okay. And there's that other edge. You can see that one's too long, right? And that one's a little too wide. So this is what I do, and that's why I cut it a little extra width so that I would have room to do this. So I'm just going to get it straight. I'm going to put, actually let's put it straight on a line here, okay? And then let's line up one of these lines with the top so we know we're straight, and come over to where your last one is. It's right there. So I'm going to be cutting off that much. So just hold your ruler steady, and you're going to take several passes, just light, even pressure. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't move your ruler. I think we're one more. You can feel it, yeah. And look, crisp and clean. Who's gonna miss that, right? So let's do the other side. Let's get that straight on the line. And let's measure a line to that from the ruler. Okay, hold your ruler tight and let's do it again. You could use an X-Acto knife. That's what this is. It just fits the finger, which is really fun. I mean, it's easy. It feels good. And look, and let's measure it. Let's pull in the scoreboard. We were going for 4.5. It's now 4 and a tick, which when you put it in the book, now 4.5 was long, but see, it's going to fit beautifully. Actually, we could add another one, and I probably will. We could get 2 more in there, and we have room on our base to do it. So I will do that, and then I will not put this in here. I would do my paper clip thing again, grab one out, put it on here. Easier said than done. Put it on here, and then I know that I want to make one more pocket, right, for right here. And but first you need to cover everything with you don't have to cover it with your base color cardstock. I like to, because it gives the whole trifold a little bit more sturdiness. So I covered mine with gray, and then went to it with designer paper. So you guys enjoy. There is a little tutorial, best as I can do it. But these things are awesome. I hope you make one, and I hope you enjoy it. And most of all, I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.